Hi everyone, it's Vicky here from Crafty Heaven, and thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me on part 2 of this mini series of putting this album together as well as a box for it to go in. So if you haven't seen the first one where we have made the cover to this album, then please go and check that out. As always, links for any products that's used in this video will be linked down below if in stock. Today we're going to be adding our dividers and then our pages, and then we're going to be doing a double layout page for our album. So this is what we're going to be making for our double page, and isn't it gorgeous? Oh, love it. So anyway, let's get started, and I hope that you enjoy. Start off with the page dividers. So we need to die cut 3 out of this die here. So like I said, I'm not going to decorate every page because in my sample I've just been asked to decorate a double page. So that's what we're going to be doing today. And what we're going to do is, again, on those stitched lines, you're going to cut across them and then cut across the top here to get your size that we need for our landscape album. So for the pages, you're going to cut 12 pieces of cardstock out of this die here. Okay, so I've done the other ones already and they're in my album, but I'm going to show you how we put them in just a second. So when you die cut them, you will have 12 with these tabs on here. 6 of them you're going to leave the tabs on, and the other 6 you're going to cut the tabs off completely. Then you'll add your adhesive on the inside of your tabs. I'm also going to use liquid glue as well. So I'm going to peel off the backing and my liquid glue. And I'm going to start off in this corner here, because then if we haven't lined it up properly, we can trim off the excess on here and at the top. So I'm going to line it up in that corner and press them down. Okay, and then you're left with that. Now, because this album is going into a box, you can't add a tab. You can add a photo mat in there, but you can't add a tab. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to seal off this top section here, and then you're going to leave this side open so we can attach it to our, I'll bring the album back in, so we can attach it to these bits here. Okay, but like I said, you can add a photo mat, but you just won't be able to add a tab. So I'm going to skip to the next part now and tell you how we pop this into the album. Okay, so we're going to get these pieces and we're going to attach them on there. Now ideally we want to leave about the same width as what these are here. So these are about 1/4 of an inch, so we need to try and leave about 1/4 of an inch space between each one. So I think I might add the middle one first and then add the side ones after. So I'm going to peel off the backing on my red liner tape. I'm going to place that in the center, and once I'm happy I can press that down. And if you have any excess hanging over, you can just trim that off. So now I can add these two either side of it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to get to this opening to the left side, and we're going to place this tab inside here, and we're going to lay that down, and you're going to line up this edge just up to that score line here. You don't want to go right on it because otherwise your page won't move. So just lay that down, and we're going to glue that in place. And obviously you want to make your page stay within your cover. So okay, and then we're going to glue that in place. So I'm going to peel off the backing on one of my tapes first, add my glue, happy, press that down. Okay, and then we're going to fold that over, peel off that backing on the other side and add the glue, and we can stick that one down. Okay, and there we go. So there is our first page. We're going to get our next one and we're going to do the same. So we're going to peel off the backing, add our liquid glue, place this one onto there, and then this time we need to make sure that both pages are lined up at the top and bottom. Okay, and then you'll stick that down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and stick the other ones down as well, and then when I've done that I will come back. Okay, so I've added my pages and I've gone ahead and added my matte layering pieces. So I've alternated my coloured cards, so I have lilac, grey, lilac and so on, and then I've got copy paper over the top, and then I've got my pattern paper. So this is what it looks like now, and aren't these gorgeous papers? Absolutely love them. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to decorate a double page. So I'm going to do these two. So I'm going to start off with this one because I want to do a scene. So for this page we are going to be using the beautiful Winter Scenes die set, and we are going to be using the place photo here with Matt's die and A5 stamp set, and then we're using the Winter Sparkle stamp and die. So they're the dies and stamps that we're using for this page, and then obviously we'll come to that later on. So I've cut all the bits and pieces that I want to use on this page. So I've got my card here and I've cut this coloured piece down to 6.5 by 6.5 by 4.5, and then my white piece is 6.25 by 4.25, and then that will fit a 6 by 4 photo on it, and it will leave a nice border around the edge. So I'm thinking I might have that there. Then I want my moon here. I've got my tree that I want to kind of offset, and obviously I'm going to trim that edge off, and I'm going to have that like that. Then I've got my fence. In fact, I'm going to pop that behind the tree. So I'm going to have my fence there, and I'm only going to add glue down the bottom here, so then my photo can slide behind everything. So then I'm going to pop my tree back here. So I'm just going to show you how I'm going to set it out, and then we can, you know, I'll fast forward it and glue it down. I've added glitter cardstock behind the tree and these just to make it look like snow, and I'm going to layer these on top of each other, but I'm going to have the join over this way, so then I can have my sentiment and I can cover that area up, and the same this side. Again, I'm going to line up that join, and then we can, you know, cover that up with a sentiment. And then I've got these cute rabbits, and we're going to have one here and then one just tucked in between, you know, there like so. And I think that looks so cute. And I might even go in and add a bit of white glitter just to make it a bit more sparkly, but that's roughly how I want it to be, obviously with the sentiment here. And I think it's adorable. So I'm going to get that all glued down and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and decorated the second page. So this is what it looks like, and I wanted it to tie in with this one. So I used the place photo here with Matt's die and stamp set. I used the elegant frame die set, and the medium poinsettia die set as well. And I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I added some glitter cardstock here, then some grey card that I've embossed, and I just used an embossing folder that I had in my stash, and cut the poinsettias out of vellum and added a bit of glitter and sparkle to them. And then I did the frame and I cut it out twice in the blue and the white, and then the white I just cut off those corner pieces and layered those two together, so then the corner pieces were shown in blue and the rest was all white. And I just think it all ties in so beautifully, and I absolutely love this. I think it has to be my favorite layout ever. So yeah, I'm really loving that. So there we go, guys. I hope that you enjoyed us putting this album together, and join me tomorrow for our final day where we're going to be making the box for this to go in. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, and please continue to support my channel by hitting that subscribe button. Until next time, guys, take care, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.